Parents are constantly forced to watch animated movies with their children, but there is plenty of animation out there catered directly to them. Crude humor, adult content, and dark themes all encompass a collection of movies children should not be watching anytime soon. How many of the following animated movies for adults have you seen? Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Can you guess which movie is represented by these emoji? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
What's happening, man?
Fritz the Cat. Animated cats have been a mainstay in children's movies for years. There's Garfield, Sylvester the Cat, Tomcat from Tom and Jerry, and recent hits like Puss in Boots and Mittens from Bolt. While many of these cats are mischievous and playful, none of them hold a candle to the antics of Fritz the Cat. Released in 1972, the content in Fritz the Cat is so crude and adult-oriented, the film earned a rare X rating, or what would be considered NC-17 in today's MPAA system. The naughty cat spends a lot of the film getting frisky with other cats, showcasing full nudity, cursing, and long scenes involving the cats hooking up. When the cats aren't nude together in a bathtub, they're exploring the streets using racial terms, getting into drugs, and doing basically anything you would never expect an animated character to do. The hype and controversy surrounding the release of Fritz the Cat led to a sequel entitled The 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat. The sequel features the same type of content and is more of just the same antics from the crazy cat. It's pretty clear why Fritz's drug use and lifestyle didn't allow the character to last beyond the 1970s, where the culture was a whole lot different than it is today. Justice League Dark. Parents who took their children to see Justice League in theaters probably thought they could extend a lot of the superhero fun by renting or purchasing Justice League Dark at home. And boy, were they in for a shocker. In a rare release, DC Comics allowed the animated Justice League Dark to have an R rating. The only other film in their animated catalog to have one is Batman: The Killing Joke. Released in early 2017, Justice League Dark starts off following the original Justice League, and then switches gears as it follows the formation of a new group featuring Constantine, Swamp Thing, and Zatanna, among others. The film doesn't hold back on blood and violence. Fight scenes are filled with great effects and visuals as characters battle demons. Sword fights don't leave anything to the imagination, as every cut, slash, and stabbing has been left intact. The film also has some adult language you'll never hear in a DCEU live-action movie. The animated film is serving up to be a precursor for a live-action version of a similar story featuring the same group of supernatural heroes. The only question remains is if the live-action version will follow the same suit with R-rated and more mature content geared towards adults.
Go on! Get out, you booger! Get out!
Plague Dogs. For children, a great way to cope with feelings about death and change is by watching animated movies like All Dogs Go to Heaven, Bambi, or The Fox and the Hound. While all of these movies contain sad elements, nothing compares to the disturbing story featured in Plague Dogs. After seeing the animated movie, people are left wondering who exactly it was made for and its purpose in the world. The story in the film follows two dogs who have spent months getting experiments done to them. One dog is constantly submerged in water while the other has had multiple head surgeries. There are numerous other animals in the lab, all shown hooked up to some pretty painful-looking equipment. Once the dogs escape, you would think it starts a buddy adventure between the two, but there are no lighthearted moments in the movie. The dogs are constantly depressed, complaining to each other, and have a grim outlook on the world. Part of the heavy rating comes when a hunter gets shot in the face because of an accident. The ending of Plague Dogs is just as depressing as the beginning. The dogs don't return to the laboratory, but they end up on an island of mist, which pretty much represents their death and passage to the great beyond.
Oh, man, I love me some dog turd, man. This is delicious.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, movie for theaters. On the surface, parents may see nothing wrong with a talking meatball, french fries, and milkshake when their kids are looking for a show to watch on television. After taking in a few episodes, or seconds, they'll quickly realize how wrong they were. Aqua Teen Hunger Force was already pushing the limits for comedy on television when the creators of the show decided to make a movie in 2007. Officially titled Aqua Teen Hunger Force, movie for theaters, the feature-length film took a lot of the show's elements and applied them to an extended plot. The movie basically feels like a longer version of the show, but with more freedom to push boundaries when it comes to cursing and explicit content. Meatwad, Master Shake, and Frylock talk about vulgar topics while taking drugs and getting into all sorts of chaotic trouble. The talking fast food items also learn about their origins, all while battling crazy alien robots looking to end the human race. Yes, it's all as crazy as it sounds. and hilarious. The film served as an ultimate dedication to fans of the show, but didn't reach too many other audiences except families who probably thought they were going to see an animated McDonald's movie and were surprised about the R-rated content.
Shaving the chest. Nobody needs a unibrow.
8 Crazy Nights. The holiday season is filled with all types of animated classics, including How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Frosty the Snowman. It's pretty safe to say Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights won't be added to this list anytime soon. Sandler created the animated holiday film to showcase a celebration of both Christmas and Hanukkah all in one movie. What looks like a family-friendly movie on the surface breaks down to an immature PG-13 romp filled with a lot of adult jokes and moments that don't have any true holiday spirit.
Aren't you a boy?
Among the gags in the movie, a woman has 3 breasts, Adam Sandler's character pretends to hump a car, an old man is kicked down a hill while trapped inside a porta potty. Once out, he has human waste frozen to his body. As if the frozen human waste isn't enough, some deer come up to lick it off the man. Throw in some swears, more potty humor, and an unlikable main character to top it all off. 8 Crazy Nights definitely isn't something you want to gather the whole family around during the holiday. The movie tries to cover up the fact it's a typical Adam Sandler comedy with some holiday songs, but the ruse doesn't last too long. Cool World. If you wished Who Framed Roger Rabbit was more catered to adults than children, well, your wish has come true in the form of Cool World. Released in 1992, the live-action and animated hybrid follows a cartoonist who creates a comic book entitled Cool World, and finds himself getting sucked into the comic after he is released from prison. The plot that follows is an utter mess, with animated characters looking family-friendly at first and then randomly deciding to smoke, drink, and curse on screen. One of the main animated characters is Hollywood, an obvious ripoff of Jessica Rabbit. The animated takes the art of seduction a little too far as she hits on multiple characters and attempts anything she can to actually enter the real world. While an adult version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit could be entertaining, Cool World completely misses the mark. The animation seems rushed, the story is sloppy, and great actors like Brad Pitt and Kim Basinger are wasted in the movie. Not only is the content not appropriate for children, but they probably wouldn't understand a lot of the plot anyway. The animated and live-action hybrid is still something Hollywood should revisit in the future. Starship Troopers Invasion. The Star Wars Clone Wars television series and animated movie provided children with a lot of great animated stories, space battles, and extension of the Star Wars mythology. If you have a child looking for even more space battles, Starship Troopers Invasion probably isn't the best option. The R-rated animated film takes space fights to a whole other level and is based off the gory live-action franchise of the same name. The 2012 animated film serves as a direct sequel to Starship Troopers 3 and follows the same tone and style of the previous films, even though it is fully animated. The evil bug invaders wreak all types of havoc on the crews they battle. Limbs are cut off, bodies are stabbed, and blood flows on various space stations. If your children are used to the Halo-style violence, then maybe you shouldn't let them see the movie due to the crude language and animated nudity. The animation style tries to look as close as real as possible, only increasing the adult tones and themes when it comes to showcasing nudity and other content. The filmmakers seem to find it easier to make a full-length animation rather than shoot a low-budget live-action film with added CG effects.
Now what the f*** is this shit?
Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy cartoon movie. The Jay and Silent Bob characters have had a long run in the movies. Debuting in Clerks, the characters have appeared in numerous Kevin Smith movies and even had their own feature film entitled Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. In 2013, Kevin Smith decided to bring the duo back again for the animated comedy entitled Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy cartoon movie. The characters were animated before on the Clerks animated cartoon series, but it was a whole different story when the ABC censors were removed from the picture. The animated feature showcases the two potheads as they transform into superheroes after winning big on a lottery ticket. They come against a collection of all-adult named heroes, and the end result is a far cry from the family-friendly entertainment found in The Incredibles. Made for less than $100,000, the results show with flash animations, basic backgrounds, and low-quality effects. If you've enjoyed any of Jay and Silent Bob's antics in the past, then you will love more of the same. When it was first released, Kevin Smith would go on the road and screen it before doing a comedy show. It's now available on demand and a great precursor to enjoy before the next Jay and Silent Bob movie. Evil Toons. Animated horror films provide great scares for children at just the right level. Movies like Monster House, Coraline, and The Black Cauldron create great family scares without pushing the limits too far. If you're looking for more animated horror for your children, Evil Toons is not one of them. The low-budget horror movie is R-rated and full of all types of adult content. When a group of girls offers to clean a house for some cash, they get a little more than they bargained for. A mysterious man shows up with a magical book that an animated wolf creature pops out of. The wolf comes alive and starts haunting the girls. Before he can make any kills, he decides to seduce one of the girls instead and then takes over her body. The movie is obviously extremely low budget. The animation is nothing to write home about. The film is chock full of gore and nudity. The nature of the wolf and his actions towards the women are nothing any child should see, and it would probably make a lot of parents uncomfortable watching as well. Oddly, the title refers to Toons in plural, but the film only features one crazy animated wolf throughout the whole thing.
We never expire.
We are immortal.
Sausage Party. After seeing Sausage Party, you may never look at food the same way again. Seth Rogen's R-rated comedy has all the looks of a lovable Pixar film with enough jokes to offend anyone seeing the movie. Food aisles take race, social status, and even the effects of steroids. Don't let the cute hot dogs and catchy songs fool you. If the film was edited down to make it appropriate for children, it would probably be less than 5 minutes long. If you sat through all the adult humors, gags, and offensive comments, then you would be even more shocked to see the final 5 minutes of the film. In one of the more shocking animated segments to ever appear on screen, all of the food decide to hook up together in massive collective group. Can you imagine what it was like for animators to actually plan out and create these scenes? Not only is this something a child should never see, but it's probably way too much for adults to watch as well. The unique nature and all content of the film did help make it a big hit with audiences, as Sausage Party churned up over $140 million at the box office. Wow, there you have it. Have you seen any of these animated movies? Which one is your favorite? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. The answer to our emoji quiz is...